Namaste. Today I would like to speak with you about my favorite subject in life, and that is Seva. Seva is an Indian word that means service or selfless service. I discovered Seva when I was 22 years old. Before that, I was basically an ordinary selfish person who pursued his own pleasure. And then I started meditating when I was 22, and that was 50 years ago. And as soon as I started meditating, I wanted to be of help or service to my meditation teacher. It was spontaneous. No one told me I should do it, but I found that my heart opened to my teacher. And I started volunteering to put up posters advertising his lectures on meditation. And this continued for decades and decades and decades. Basically, every teacher I've ever had, and I've had 7 gurus, I have found the same experience. My heart opened to them, and I wanted to be of service. I think by now I've probably put up about over 10,000 posters. My wife and I put up 7,000 posters on the west coast of America to advertise the Dharma teaching events of our Tibetan Lama when we were his personal attendants. And something really interesting happened during that time. Years before, about 10 years before, another guru of mine had sent me to Amsterdam to start a meditation center in Amsterdam. And while I was putting up posters in Amsterdam, a young man saw me and he said, "Can I help you?" And that was wonderful because basically almost no one ever helped me put up posters. And he helped for several days. And then 10 years later, when we were postering in Marin County, California, that same man saw me in a store putting up a poster and he said, "Oh my God, you are still putting up posters?" The reason why I have been putting up posters my whole adult life is that one single poster can change someone's life. It can change someone's life. Someone's walking down a sidewalk and they see a poster in a window, and something inside them feels a calling, and they go to that lecture on meditation, and their life is changed. There's a wonderful quote from Rabindranath Tagore, one of India's greatest poets. Rabindranath said, "I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy." And this is what I have found. Now, what I'm sharing with you today is not about how great I am for performing Seva. It's about how great Seva has been for me. About a year ago, my wife and I received a message from a young man in India who we didn't know. And he said that his guru, who we also had never heard of, had asked him, why are they living in America? They should be in the Himalayas doing their sadhana in the Himalayas. And this young man said, my guru has given me the task of creating an ashram for you in the Himalayas. Well, you can imagine how shocked we were to be given a mountain in the Himalayas and a young man offering to build an ashram for us. This was like a gift from God. And our first thought was, how can we use this gift from God, this golden opportunity, to create something that will be of maximum benefit for humanity? And the answer was simple. We should create an eco-village to teach sustainability skills. The skills that are needed, very needed, to make our society sustainable. You know, civilizations rise and civilizations fall. If you were to speak to someone in Greece or Rome, at the height of those civilizations, they didn't expect that their civilization would fall. And the same is true today. For too long, we have been living in a way that is not sustainable. And this must change if humanity is going to survive. What will people think? What will people say 100 years from now? Will they say, I can't believe those people back then poisoned the earth that grew their food. I can't believe that they put pesticides on their food, pesticides that cause cancer. I can't believe that they poisoned the air that they breathed with pollution. I can't believe that those people back then poisoned the streams, the rivers, the lakes, the oceans. I can't believe that they turned the oceans into garbage dumps. So it's our responsibility to create a better world for future generations. And my wife and I are starting an eco-village in the Himalayas called Mahamudra Eco-Village. Not only are we creating an eco-village to teach sustainability skills such as meditation, yoga, tai chi, and qigong, but also to teach outer sustainability skills, such as taking care of the very earth that sustains us. We're also creating a school for Himalayan girls, because many of these girls in the Himalayas have virtually no education. And the purpose of our school will be to teach them Hindi, English, and computer skills so that they can take jobs in the modern workforce and break out of the cycle of poverty that their families are caught in. And we're also starting a feeding program for the poor and the hungry, and we're starting a cow sanctuary to take care of aged cows. This is all Seva. It is all service. For our entire adult lives, my wife and I have been karma yogis performing Seva. We've performed Seva for many, many teachers. And now, this is our final act of Seva at this point in our lives. It's not a business venture. We're not hoping to make money from this. My wife and I gave over 600 seminars on the great saints of India across America, and every one of those seminars was free. We never charged $1. And so this is not a business venture. This is Seva. This is service. Service, Seva, takes you out of your ego. It takes you out of your ego. You find a greater purpose in life. you find actually that you experience true, real joy by serving others. And something else that Seva does, when you do Seva to a spiritual teacher or a great enlightened being, you actually come into alignment with what motivated that great teacher. And you know what that is? Love. Love. Love of God and love of humanity. So we invite you to join us in Mahamudra Eco Village. Let's create a sustainable society and build a better world for future generations. Namaste.